you need to have an online presence. Even if you have the best product in the world, if no one knows your brand exists, who cares? It's the best, but we don't even know about it.
Welcome to the Mastering E-commerce Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Eitan Koter, co-CEO of Vimy. In an era of rising acquisition costs and increased competition, this podcast is dedicated to helping you drive sales, engage customers, and build meaningful communities so you can turn passive visitors into active buyers. Now let's get started with the episode. Hello listeners, welcome to another episode of Mastering E-commerce Marketing. It's your host, Eitan Koter. Today we have a very special guest. I've been waiting for a long time to interview Oyéta Kokoroko, founder and CEO of Okoko Cosmetics. Oyeta, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great, and you?
Great. Oyeta, you're doing so many things. You also run a company. You have a consulting profession and expertise, and award-winning, like a clean beauty expert. Please tell us about yourself because you're doing so much.
Thank you so much, Eitan. I'm really glad to be here. So I'm the founder and CEO of Okoko Cosmetiques. We are a multiple award-winning beauty brand based in Canada, and we offer results-driven, professional, natural skincare products that deliver amazing results, products that solve skincare concerns. So we like to say that we are a problem-solving beauty brand. I started the company a few years ago in 2016 out of a passion for finding solutions to skincare problems. So that's what led me to start creating the line. And in just a few years, we've done a lot. We've won multiple awards. We've created products that help a lot of consumers with problems like acne, facial scars, and really enjoy beautiful glowing skin. So that's kind of what we've been doing the last few years. And through this journey and building Okoko, I faced challenges as an entrepreneur, and I turned those challenges into lessons. Challenges include, when you first start figuring out how to position yourself in the market, how to find your first customers, which is a common challenge most entrepreneurs face when they start a company. Initially, you need to figure out how to attract and find your first customers, how to market your product. So all those things I had to basically learn through my own experience, and that not only empowered me, it helped Okoko to elevate and to become a reputable beauty brand, but that also led other entrepreneurs to reach out to me, asking me questions and advice for their own brand because they were really inspired by what we were doing with Okoko. And I started helping them. And naturally, I realized there was a need for a lot of entrepreneurs who are just starting for mentorship. They want to find someone who can share with them how to get from point A to point B, how to solve those challenges that most entrepreneurs and new brands face, and what are the best practice to be able to turn their vision into a reality. And that's something that I found really rewarding. So, I am a cosmetic formulator, but through my experience, I become as well a beauty mentor who enjoys mentoring early stage brands to help them make their own vision a reality and succeed as well.
Wow, I think it seems that you are very passionate about that, and obviously. So I want to ask you, what inspired you to start Okoko?
What inspired me to start Okoko was a combination of many things. We immigrated to Canada when I was young, when I was 5, and I always took this as a wonderful opportunity to be here in Canada and wanted to make the best out of it because I realized we had a lot of opportunities, to become pretty much anything we want in life. So I wanted to make the most out of this opportunity and do great things. I always told myself, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to make my mark. And when I was younger, I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. It was just something that I felt really drawn to. And I felt it could be a way for me to make my mark. And why beauty? That's just because I struggled with acne when I was younger and I was looking for solutions as a consumer. I started, using products, researching ingredients, really wanting to know what works, what ingredients are going to solve my problems. And through this research, I became a beauty enthusiast, really passionate about products, and then I wanted to learn how they were made. And that led me one day to start taking classes back in Montreal because I'm from Montreal. I started making soaps. That's how it started. And through that experience, I discovered that I really enjoy creating and creating things, working with ingredients. So I eventually upgraded and took professional formulation courses in cosmetic science, product development to learn how to design professional grade skincare products. And after that, I started creating the same solutions that I wanted to use for my skin. And then I started sharing it with people, and the feedback was amazing. And people were like, have you ever thought of creating your own brand? And back then I
Hmm.
was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, because I never did that. So I was a little bit scared. But it took me a few years actually just to continue working on my craft and creating the products until one day I just decided to give it a go. As you know, in life, if you don't take any chance, you're never gonna know. So I was like, well, I'm young, I have nothing to lose. I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna become an entrepreneur. And then Okoko was born, and Okoko means greatness because that's something that I look up to a lot. Aiming for greatness in our lives. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. It seems that you are very confident and have that belief in yourself that you can make it big, right? Moving to a new country. This is something that you always felt like when you remember yourself, or is something that, it's something more from friends, parents, or where this confidence coming is actually coming from?
Initially, I didn't because when I launched the brand, I wasn't even sure if I was asking myself, telling my friends, will I even have any person buying my products?
Hmm.
I was like, how am I gonna do that? No one knows Okoko. I'm a nobody in this world. How do I build a reputation? So initially, I was not sure what to expect. I was not even sure if I could make this project a success. But I had a lot of amazing support behind me, believing in me, people I share my creations with through the years. So they enjoy my products. It helped them, and they had full confidence in this project. And luckily, I also had mentors who guided me, and I think that helped me feel more confident about my ability as an entrepreneur to build this project. So I really think it's important when you start a project to be well surrounded by people who believe in you, who are gonna support you, but and also possibly if you can mentors who have more experience and who can guide you on how to get started and reach your goals. And I think that really, really helped me a lot.
Wow, amazing, really inspiring. And what are some of the major challenges that you faced? I mean, with the Coco and launching the company and probably on the growth phase as well.
Yeah, as I mentioned, initially it was when you start, I didn't have a network that I have today or the connection. So initially it was when you're new, again, you're new on the market, you don't have yet all the reviews, all the
Yeah, you're
awards,
unknown,
all the
right? Yeah,
so yeah, initially you have to kind of prove yourself. You have to show people, why should I buy your product? Why
yeah.
should we trust you? So I think that wasn't a challenge initially, but I turned it into a lesson. I figured out how to do it, and it was by sharing your story, by connecting with people online. So I started reaching out to bloggers, influencers, people in the beauty industry,
Uh-huh.
and introducing myself and saying that I was new and I would love to collab with them for them to try my products and possibly share it if they love it. And that really helped me when I started doing that, reaching out to people, building a network slowly. And a lot of them were receptive. They were giving it a try, sharing about the brand online, and it helped us to start getting known. And after that, I would say I innovated. So innovation is very important, and I think very effective way to set yourself apart pretty much in any industry. What
Mhm.
I mean is creating a product as good as you can. Instead of just making basic product that is not really shining, try to come up with a product that's going to have this appeal for your customers. Innovate, and ensure that it solves a problem, but also that it has something differentiating. So I innovated our line by including ingredients that were really high performance, proven scientifically, but also more unique, and creating products that were visually vibrant with nice textures. And that helped because it grabbed the attention of our audience, when they would see the products, textures, the colors, they were actually curious because they were like, oh, usually skincare is not as bright and colorful. So
Hmm.
it was conversation starter, and then they wanted to try it. So that really helped to innovate. And after that, it helped us to actually win awards. And with the awards, it strengthened our reputation. It helped us to increase our sales. It helped us to get featured in the press. So to answer your question, it was really initially, building that reputation, building that network, setting myself apart, and attracting the first customers. And to achieve that, I had to combine, reaching out to people, building a network, and innovating the products, and also surrounding myself with, mentors who really helped me and guided me in this process. Yeah.
Yes, very, very interesting. I remember your post that you just posted the two pictures like before and after, right? And then obviously you
Oh
can
yeah.
see the huge jump, right, in the innovation, right, with the colors, with the textures and everything. I know you won more than 25 awards. And can you tell us more about that and specifically how you are differentiated, compared to others?
Yeah. So as we innovated, our product started to get noticed online. Customers started to buy more. Our sales grew, and I saw that there was beauty awards, and people were encouraging us to apply because they
Uh-huh.
thought we could win. So we applied awards like Beauty Shortlist, which is based in UK, and they do it every year, and all the brands worldwide can apply, and they have a lot of categories. The judge will try all the products and will decide on the ones they love the most. So we won a lot of awards at Beauty Shortlist.
Hmm.
Each year that we applied, we won awards in USA with Healing Lifestyle, which is an organization that work with beauty brands. So whenever we would come across an award and we think that we have any chance, we would apply because I realized this helps a lot in business. It
Yes.
helps with your reputation, because it's like a validation that your product is good. Other people other than me are saying,
Mhm.
okay, this is great. And it helps, right? Because people want to know that they can trust your product. So if you can, depending on your industry, applying to awards, working with influencers, seeking, trying to get your products featured in the press also helps to build that reputation and that trust and that credibility that is really effective when you're building your brand and you're trying to attract customers as well.
Yeah, so you feel was worth the investment because you gained a lot of credibility from that, and obviously it's helped you
Yeah,
boost
it
business,
was.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially because we innovated, before you apply to awards, of course, you have to feel that you have chances to
Hmm.
win because a lot of those awards, you have to pay a fee to apply. So I would really suggest first innovate your product, refine it, test, experiment, make sure it's really good. People ask people to test it, to try if they like it. And when you feel confident that your product is great, it performs, it does what you're saying it will do, then definitely start looking for awards in your region or wherever you're based.
Hmm.
Look for awards. I think there's awards pretty much in most places, and then apply, and be confident. And I think if your product is good, you're definitely going to get the recognition it deserves.
Nice, nice. So it seems that you were focusing a lot on on the formulas and the product innovation, and try to find ways to differentiate. How did you learn and been able to support the growth of the company, from supply chain, fulfillment perspective, marketing expertise, customer support? How did you fill in all these different expertise that are so important for the growth of the company, right?
Yeah, it was not easy because the company grew quickly. Initially, it was just me, and I was, in the beginning. I mean, when there was no sales and you didn't have the budget to hire people, I was doing a lot of it by myself, which a lot of entrepreneurs can relate to when you start.
Hmm.
But then when our sales grew, we started getting sales, retailers, buying from us. I was like, okay, I need help. I can't do it all. So I started hiring people to help me with those different things that you mentioned. A lot of it, there was a lot of learning as well. You see what I mean? In areas that I wasn't initially an expert in, such as the marketing aspect, customer service, uh, yeah, basically, logistics, supply chain. So a lot of it I learned by doing. As you receive orders, you have to figure out, how much products do we need every month to be able to fulfill the sales that we have. Who do I need in my team to help me?
Hmm.
What's more important right now? Maybe you need someone who's going to support you with the supply chain, like you mentioned, someone to help with customer service and marketing. Now, today, I feel with my experience today, if I had to do it again or start another company, I would be able to do it, to achieve the same success probably a lot faster, because
Uh-huh.
now I have the experience and the
Yeah,
knowledge I didn't have before and the contacts. You see what I mean?
sure.
So sometimes I look back, I'm like, oh, if I knew, I would have done this differently. I would have, took this strategy instead. And I'm like, you know what? Everyone learned. Nobody became an entrepreneur right away. They knew everything and everything was like perfect.
Yes.
It's you learn, everyone at some point made mistakes. They learned from it. And I feel like, you know what? Don't see it as a regret. Actually see it as a good thing, because that's what gives me the experience that I have today. It's all the learning, all the experience, the mistakes, the lessons that today I'm able to share with others to help them when they start to be able to reach their goals faster and maybe avoid some costly mistakes that a lot of entrepreneurs
Yes.
are starting to make. Yeah.
But you had to go, I mean, through this journey, right? And growth means that you need to do new things and make mistakes, right? And the
Yeah.
pain that those mistakes are are doing on are left with us is the way and the motivation for us to grow and learn new things and continue to try. And so that's very, very important. Obviously, how do you see the clean beauty industry as a whole? I mean, where this industry is going? Can you share some of the characteristics of this market?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a growing market, very growing fast. There's different players in the industry as well. You have the small niche artisan brands who sometimes, it's mostly small batch products using sustainable ingredients, and they're artisan brands, and that's their focus.
Hmm.
To really provide high quality products that provides an experience. Then you have, bigger players who have a lot more resources, who've been there for a very long time, who drive the market in a way, but also because of their resources, maybe they're able to do certain things that smaller brands can't. And then you have all kind of consumers who are interested in different brands in the market.
Hmm.
I find that sometimes there's discussions, debate about clean beauty, what it means. Brands that sometimes are maybe viewed as greenwashing, meaning that they say their products is green and all this, but in reality, their practice or their ingredients may not be when you do researching. And a lot of consumers, I find sometimes seems to be tired because they feel maybe certain brands are using words just to market their products, but maybe they're not really caring about the green, the eco-friendly, sustainable environments as much. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I find that sometimes it can be a little blurry for consumers, and we have to be transparent as brands to really show that, how are we doing when we say green, that we have green practice. What do we do to contribute, you know what I mean, to help and to ensure that the consumer is enjoying a product that is safe for them, that is
Sure.
healthy, that is friendly. So I like to see that there's more small brands really trying to do their part to provide this high quality products that we want. But I'm hoping in the future that we'll see more support for those small brands as well, because often they may not have the resources to compete against the mainstream, larger corporations. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's getting tougher and tougher, right? It's becoming like a big companies game, right? Both on PPC budget, performance budgets, like also SEO, right? It's becoming a game of the big guys, and it's getting more difficult. But on the other hand, it's an opportunity, right, for innovation and finding new ways to grow your brand, to differentiate, and to market. And if we talk about the marketing side of things, what do you do in terms of the brand marketing? What's working for you?
So, marketing, I would say that's been interesting because we did a lot of testing throughout
Sure.
the years. sometimes a lot of it, we spend a lot on marketing just to figure out what will work. So now I have a pretty good idea what works, at least for consumer brands and products as well. Um, Depending on your budget and where you're at in your journey, I think, definitely organic content is incredibly important. It's one of the most attainable strategy for entrepreneurs and businesses who are at the early stage because the investment is not large. So, organic content. So you make content, you have a cell phone, you film yourself telling your story, why you started your brand. People love to hear that. That's a great way to connect with your audience, right? So, one great way of doing marketing is just using your phone and creating content with it
Hmm.
of you, of your product, maybe of other people using your product. Things like that are effective. Educating your customers. So, whatever you're using, the materials you're using, tell them about it. What's the benefit of the ingredients or whatever material you're using? What's the benefit for your customer? They also want to know, why should I buy your product? How is it going to help me? So maybe explaining your content as well, how it solves a problem. So one of my first tips for marketing is doing a lot of content. And knowing SEO is very important as well. So you need to have an online presence. I always say, even if you have the best product in the world, if no one knows your brand exists, who cares?
Yes.
It's the best, but we don't even know about it. So that's why I'm saying, telling a lot of our clients, you need to have an online presence. You need to have a website to be on social media. You need to have SEO implemented. So if someone is looking for the solution you have online, they can find your brand easily. So, find maybe a SEO specialist to help you. They'll be able to find maybe keywords for your brand that they can put on your website in the back end, on your blog, in your content. Use those same keywords. That's going to help drive traffic to your platform, to your website, and potential customers, especially if the content resonates and the SEO is also resonating with your target customer. And then I would say also distribution. You need to have a great distribution plan of this content. Distribute it on social media so that people can find it and find your brand. After that, of course, there's advertising. You may consider running Google ads or Facebook ads. That depends on your budget. That can be good for acquiring new customers, but you need to know what you're doing because you can burn a lot of cash
Yes.
doing that if you don't know what you're doing.
Wow. Yeah.
Easy. Oh, yeah.
I feel
I'm
the
sure.
pain.
Yeah, the pain, right?
Feel the
Exactly.
yeah.
So I think we've all been through that experience of, doing a lot of testing in the
Sure.
beginning, not really knowing what we do, and then burning a lot of cash. I would advise maybe find someone who's specialized in those areas. If you go online on site like Upwork or on LinkedIn, you can hire Google Ads specialists, Facebook Ads specialists. They know what they're doing and they can help you drive results. I mean, if you yourself you don't know, instead of wasting your time, wasting resources, maybe find someone who specializes in that area to help you with the plan. And then you need to have compelling content that's going to captivate your audience. I mean, the type of content you're using for your ads need to resonate, needs to be strong. And then after that, you can consider advertising on Facebook, on Google Ads.
Yeah.
Facebook, what I find is great when you're selling product is doing sampling program, offer free samples. That's a great way to get to convert leads into customers by letting them try your products at a small cost.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
removes the barrier. They try it, especially if it's good. They will see that it works well. They're loving it, and they'll come back, possibly buy more. So that's something we've tried that is highly effective, especially for skincare products. We would do sampling program. We launch a Facebook ads telling people try our samples for free, only pay shipping, and it works because it's a low cost. They try the samples, they're loving it, and then we make them an offer. They come back, they buy the full size product, and then you have a new customer.
Mhm.
So when you do the online marketing, also keep in mind the cost of acquiring new customer. You need to manage it so that it's not costing you hundreds of dollars just to get one customer.
Yeah.
So learning about customer acquisition cost is also important. Having an effective marketing strategy, effective content creation strategy, and working with a marketing specialist to help you with the advertisement side of it. Yeah.
Yes. And as you know, Oyeta, the product and as much as the product is innovating, this is also not enough these days. And I know that you are doing a lot. You're putting yourself in front of the camera and creating both videos and pictures, and this is very, very powerful. I think you're a great example of that. That founder-led content, which is so important today for differentiating. Then it works both on D2C and B2B scenarios. Employee-generated content, founder-led content. This is one of the critical aspects of the business that a lot of brands are neglecting. People want to buy from people they know. I mean, we are going to kind of a one-on-one marketing era versus this one-to-many, right? So ability to build relationship, getting more personalized, and putting yourself out there, as the founder, definitely, and then as the executive in the company, it's one of the powerful ways to do, and obviously using video. So, Oyeta, I want to discuss about the other aspect of the things that you do, which is around consulting and the branding services. Tell us more about that and which type of customers you're looking for or partners on that specific business.
Absolutely, and thank you. That's a great question.
Mhm.
So, as I mentioned in the beginning, you know, while I was building the brand, we achieved a lot of things, and that inspired many people who were coming to me and asking me questions because they were starting, and they wanted to know, how did you do that? What advice can you share with me to help me? So founders were asking me about, help with their product to make it better, help with their branding, and I would help them naturally. And I realized there was a need for a lot of entrepreneurs who are just starting to have guidance to make their brand become great and strong. And that's where I started helping people with innovating their product, which is one of my passion. When it comes to product development, that's something that I'm really skilled at. I love R&D. I love the process of just tweaking, making things better. So it would help them refine their products. A product is not selling. We'll look at maybe what your product is like, and I would suggest certain tweaks to make it better, perform better, so that it can drive sales. So we work on product innovation. We work on their branding. Sometimes they would come to me and their packaging was kind of like when I started. And I would tell them, we need to make your packaging a little better, more professional. Just because maybe the customer, if it looks cheap, they might think that it's not good. Even if it is, presentation matters in today's
Mhm.
world. Anywhere, even if it's something else that you're selling,
Sure.
it needs to be well packaged, well branded, and the consumer will equal nice branding with quality. So sometimes some of them, where they needed the help was their branding. Maybe we had to consider different packaging, different colors, work on your logo, work on your labels. And by helping them doing those things, improving their products, improving their branding, or helping them with their online presence, maybe because they just started, they were barely online, so no one knows you exist, then would suggest, okay, we need to create articles about your brand, some content that you put on social media. Your e-commerce should be improved for more conversions. So everything I learned, I would share it with the founders that we work with to help them um, with the challenge that they're going through that I also faced back then. And that's kind of what led us to create this mentoring platform where we help founders who are in the early stage of their journey to elevate their brand through their innovation, their branding, online presence, marketing. So it's kind of me sharing my years of knowledge and
Mhm.
experience to someone who's just starting. So I think it's immense value because I'm saving them time, saving them money, making costly mistakes, helping them figure out what's the problem right away and what's the solution. So they have a plan after that. They know exactly what to do to drive results. And
Mhm.
then we also are there to guide them and provide follow up. So that's something I'm really passionate about. Started creating masterclasses where founders come, we discuss a topic, provide insights, they take notes, and they're able after that to go and implement it right away in their business and see results. So I like the mentoring part. I also like the hands-on approach and the implementation and execution. So it's not just you read, some PDF. No, you actually have strategies you can implement right away to your
Mhm.
brand
Mhm.
and see results. And I think that's what founders, entrepreneurs want. People want right away, straightforward advice that I can implement and see improvements. And that's something that we provide. Yeah.
Wow. And what is the format of this mentorship program? Is it like a one-on-one time with you? It's for a variety of tools and training material?
A little bit of everything. So
Mhm.
we host masterclasses. Sometimes we have free masterclass on different topic. It could be topics like, 5 mistakes to avoid to build a strong brand. How to uh, advertise, how to market your product online. So we host free masterclass where you can learn, get insights, really receive a lot of value, and see that we know what we're talking about and we can really help you. We also offer paid masterclasses. Like right now, I'm having a um, beauty mastery accelerator program with 8 founders who are starting, and we're going to be working with them on every aspect from innovation, branding, online marketing, and e-commerce. So that's a great way to work with us, is to apply to one of our future cohort. They're small groups so that we're able to personalize the experience and really help the founders where they need the most. So we offer free masterclasses, programs, basically paid programs, small cohorts
Mhm.
that are aimed at helping you execute where you need the most. And we also offer one-on-one consulting and mentoring for people who really want to work closely with me and to tackle important things for their business. And I think that's a great way for us to provide value.
Nice, nice. So, Oyeta, I'm very interested in work-life balance, and we're all stressed. We need to keep ourselves in a good mental position. What are some of the things that you do outside of work to unwind and relax and keep yourself in a good mental state?
Thank you for asking. I mean, I enjoy doing a lot of things. I enjoy nature here in Vancouver. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful nature that is like stunning. So there's a lot of hikes around here that you can go and just walk for hours. So that's something I enjoy doing on the weekend, exploring our region, exploring new places, hiking with my dog, going for long walks. I enjoy kayaking as well. I love being on the water. I find for me, it it brings like it just makes me relax a lot. It's serene kind of experience to be on the water. So I enjoy doing a lot of outdoor activities, kayaking, spending time with friends and loved ones as well. I enjoy also getting, massage because it's really relaxing. And yeah, and also working out. So I think that's a great way to relieve
Wow.
stress,
Yes,
to add physical activity. Yeah.
it's great to hear that you're doing all those things. Obviously, going out to nature is amazing. Even walking in nature, it's a place where there is no stress, right? We are totally relaxed, and this is we are built for nature, right? We need to see the green in our eyes, look far in the distance. It's very, very powerful and strengthening the brain and our overall well-being. And so it's great to hear that you are spending more time. It's also a sign that you can just clear the clutter from your mind, right? And just think about business in a very distant way and just prioritizing things and know exactly what works, what to delegate. It gives you more creativity, right? When you spend
Yeah.
some time outside of your daily routine. So it's very, very important. I think we all need to learn to spend more time outside. It's good for the business. Okay. So that's
It is.
one important aspect of all this thing. Great. So yeah, how people can find you, both the Okoko Cosmetic as a brand and your consulting services.
Of course. So we are online. You can learn more, by visiting okokocosmetic.com, and you'll be able to explore our beautiful award-winning products. And I'm sure there is going to be something for you. We also offer free samples, as I mentioned. And on social media, you can also find us at Okoko Cosmetic on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And you can, if you're interested to learn more about my services, maybe join one of our free masterclasses in the future, you can find me at oyetakokoroko.com. That's my website where you can learn more about the service we offer, how to work with me. And you can also find me on LinkedIn at Oyeta Kokoroko and on Facebook as well. So we're pretty active online and really always enjoy making new connections, networking, and seeing how we can add value to each other as well.
Wow, amazing. And we will add all those links into the show notes. Oyeta, it was really inspiring. And thank you for your time. Wish you all the best and good luck in this. We are pre-holidays time, right? So
Yeah.
plenty of, I guess you're very busy during these days. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Eitan. Thank you for the opportunity. And I enjoyed this interview.
Sure. Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the end of this episode. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe so you won't miss any of our future content. Explore Vimy, the video commerce platform that includes live shopping, shoppable video, and social commerce capabilities. Visit Vimy at www.vimy.net. We appreciate your support and look forward for bringing you more valuable insights in our next episode.